Ceramic Houses: How to Build Your Own by Nader Khalili. This book is dedicated in the spirit of support for the goal of the United Nations International Year of Shelter for the Homeless, 1987, that all of the poor and disadvantaged of the world will be able to obtain a home by the year 2000. There is an ever-present need for human shelter, especially for the poor. The hopeful movements of the Third World peoples toward understanding the importance of their own identities and indigenous ways, the encouraging words and actions of the Western world, especially the United States, to use the earth, sun, wind, and natural forces, and the rise of general world consciousness to learn these fundamentals, all have helped make me feel a sense of urgency to share my experience and to teach what I have learned from others. My main concern is architecture and the people who cannot afford an architect, cannot afford manufactured building materials, cannot afford anything but their own hands and the earth beneath their feet. Anybody in this world should be able to build a shelter for his or her family with the simplest of materials available to all, the elements, earth, water, air, and fire. A family should be able to learn the techniques, move to a piece of empty land, and then, with some water and simple tools, build themselves a house using the earth under their feet. That simple yet profound technology exists today. We have inherited it from our ancestors and must learn how to use and improve on it. To build a simple house, we need not cut trees, weld steel, or buy cement and plastic. In a great many cases, the earth alone can suffice. Today, the big promises of technology as a cure-all are drifting in rhetorical limbo. Much of the international style and modern and postmodern architecture is struggling to survive the test of time. There is a new consciousness about the ecology, environment, energy, homelessness, and other basic human issues. To deal with such vital issues effectively, we must first understand the fundamentals, the earth and the elements. In this book, I have tried first to talk about the fundamentals. These are covered in the first two parts. Evolution details the last 10 years of our research with earth and fire and contains unpublished pictures and sections related to my previous book, Racing Alone. Following is philosophy and design principles, an exploration of the basics of earth architecture. Parts 3 through 5 cover the design possibilities, technical aspects, and how-to works, such as how to construct buildings using earth as the only material. Although the information in this book is based on the simplest forms of traditionally successful earth architecture, we also explore new possibilities, firing and glazing of the earth structures, even though firing of kilns, some as large as small houses, has been done in many parts of the world. Firing and glazing of buildings for human habitation is a new dimension in earth architecture. The step-by-step making of clay models in Part 5, Beginning, can put earth structure techniques within the easy reach of young and old everywhere. We can begin to learn at home and school. The final section, Visions for the Future, shows how far we can take these timeless materials and timeless principles. The excitement about the earth and fire possibilities has been so immense in my heart that I could not wait to share my experience. Therefore, I beg forgiveness for not waiting until we had the necessary details for a perfected system. We still need more experiments and tests, but by sharing information about our works, I hope to draw on the knowledge of the world community, especially in earth architecture and ceramics, to help the idea move towards its perfection. To create safe and beautiful shelters for large numbers of people, great forces are needed. One of the greatest forces, ready and able, are potters and ceramists. Many regions of the world may not have a painter, weaver, sculptor, jeweler, or even a musician, but there is almost always a potter. The simple village potter who works with raw clay and dung fire, the sophisticated ceramist who sculpts huge forms and glazes in high-temperature fire, and the millions in between are an untapped force who can simultaneously lead and support the architects and builders while they realize their own arts in the body of a house. Many of these artists are already making their ceramic pieces as large as small rooms, then why not make the room itself? Now the time has come to create a new scale in the ceramic world, to walk out from the womb of a pot to the space of a room. Now the time has come to step back into history and touch our fathers who have touched the glaze, to recapture their secrets of heavenly textures and colors, but grow larger than their size, to create not only the little forms and shapes and containers, but the spaces that contain us. Now the time has come to create a ceramic glaze, a china, a stoneware, not in the scale of our hands, but in the scale of our lives. From Nader Khalili, Racing Alone. All quotations in this book not otherwise identified are from Racing Alone.